Hey guys, welcome to the video by Nacho Plays. Today we're just going to be going through a typical day in Faith Avenue, or what I usually do. So usually I just log in and I'm usually in my storage area. But let's see. I got this thing over here where if you throw sugarcane in here, it becomes paper. So let's break some sugarcane. Just a little bit so I can show what it does. You throw it in here and it pops out here in a second. Yep, right there. So right now we have 3 double chests full. So that means I gotta trade with my villagers to get emeralds. So if I do Warp G Economist to get the Hero of the Villager boost. Just go in here and if you look in chat it says better trades with villagers for 2 hours. So that's one way to do that. And let's go ahead and put my tools and stuff so I have more inventory space in my ender chest. Okay. Let's grab all this paper. And then home villagers. This is where I keep my villagers, and I basically trade with them for emeralds. I'm only going to do a little bit because I don't want to waste your time, but basically 4 double chests of paper gives me about, that's probably like 5 or 6 stacks of emerald. It's not much, but it adds up over time. Let's just trade these. So inventory full of paper gives me 2 stacks and 7 emeralds, and then I do warp nacho no. And I throw them in this chest over here. I actually have a decent amount because no one's buying them right now, but usually they buy a lot. But this is all the emeralds I have for sale. And by the way, if you check up here, not many people go up here for some reason, but there's lots of armor, and tools and weapons up here for sale if you look in here. The names of them are on the signs below and above the chest. And I have a bunch more to stock, but I don't like restocking until I run out. So I have a bunch left in stock if you want to pause and see what they are. And then I also have, let's see, I got mob drops coming soon. I got food, and I got spawners, which Mouse and Hika came earlier and almost bought all my spawners, but they're still here. So I got a bunch left, and right now I have 1,600,000. Oh, hello! Hello, Zimby. I'm just exploring my shop. Ah, I've fallen. And then I have plants. And then I have plants, and then I have more plants. Bushes, dripstone, firefly bushes, enchanted books, mace, leather, honeycomb, potions, frog lights, of course. I used to be the only one selling frog lights for such a good deal until Black Shop suddenly started selling them, so that's just awesome. Just like sponges, when they started selling those, that went out of business too, but I'm out of enchanted golden apples and totem I'm dying because I've been saving them in case I wanted to start a new series and start over on a second account and start raking up for guilds because you need enchanted golden apples for a few of them. But let's see what we have in here. Ender dragon heads, wither skulls, villager eggs, which I have a place to get these that not many people know about, so I sell them one for 100. Diamond armor for horses, saddles, sniffer eggs, torchflower seeds, pitcher pods, spider webs, candles, both types of lanterns, actually 3 types of lanterns, shulker boxes, which no one's buying anymore. 1 for 75 I thought that was a good deal, but no one's buying them. And resin clumps. And this is the wood area. I have such a hard time keeping this in stock, but it's here. So basically throughout the day I go around and I restock this. Lately I've been terrible at restocking because I've been building a lot, but yeah. So if you want to check it out, it's Warp Nacho Nook. This is my main storage area, which if you go out here, you can see that I added 2 rooms to the side on the bottom. I'm not entirely sure what to do with those yet, but they go all the way around. Down here is going to be a mine, so don't pay attention to how messy it is right now, but basically it's just a circular O-shaped room. I got some more logs, and I'm not sure what to do with it, but it's there. I just opened that up. It was closed off before, but there's more room down there. And then we got, these are the 13th anniversary scavenger hunt, 13th birthday, and Shire Build Off prize, and then dog picture. These are my extra chests that I haven't sorted. These are the special enchants that we use for a plugin for. This is my potion room. This is my map of my base. It's coming along pretty well. What I'm having trouble is connecting them together with paths and some kind of nature. I'm going to do that over time, I think. And this is my office. There's Noble's head. I don't know why that's there. It kind of appeared one day. These are gifts from MB. Decorate with. Here's second prize. Which build off was this? Escape room build off winner. Nice. I didn't realize I got a second place in that. This is Blood Rogue armor, and this is Soldier's Heavy, which are my 2 favorite sets. And then this Easter set, which I have on. Here's some Happy Birthday, Faith Avenue, and Christmas pictures. This is where I keep all my ingots and ores. There's another portal right here, another portal down here. This is room for more stuff over here. Here's a picture of Jasper, my cat, and Peanut and Jasper, my cat. A Cat's Guide to the Good Life, and Nobody Cares. The sign says Nobody Cares. And then this is my bedroom, and not much. This is Soldier Heavy armor. This is the bed. This is my head with a Santa hat. I don't know why I have that. It's not on my head anymore, but... And then I got the Bibles, or whatever books you want to call it. And then over here, Chinese Lantern, which is one of my favorite heads Hika has sold. Hika has sold. She sells player heads, and they're really cool. If you see them around my base, it's decoration. This is the enchanting area. This is the tools and equipment room. And yeah, I want to build with this block. I don't know what to do with it, but it looks really cool. And that's my storage area. Let's go over a few things in my base. These are pigs that I made for a build off, and I decided not to go with the pigs. I went with the thing over here, which is like a little cherry blossom grove with a bridge and a waterfall. You can go up into the leg. That's something to say, but you can go up into the leg, and there's room in here for like a garden or a greenhouse or something. Here's where I keep my sugarcane, and I put it in the chest, and it becomes paper. I showed that, and then these are. I was testing around with the sorting golems. I need to add more in the middle here so they sort faster because they're really slow. Here's the end build off I did. There's more crops. There's a lion and a wolf. Here's a fallen from the past. I wanted to keep them because they don't spawn in the wild anymore. They just spawn in the wilderness. There's another one. Here's some bone meal because I plant trees over here. Here's my church build off, which I thought was pretty cool. And then here is a fantasy tower, which was the first build for my fantasy build off, but I didn't like it, so I ended up going with the dead dragon. And I decorated the inside here. And let's see. Got some bookshelves. This is the enchanting area. And up here, it's like a little garden. And there's a little outpost right here that you can see from if you're looking at a telescope. See. I should keep this handy because it's really cool if you can see in the... I said see a lot. You can see in the distance. And then you can go back in here and up this ladder. You can get up there? Yeah, you can. Okay, good. This ladder, and you can go out here, and that's basically where the tower goes down. Let's see, what else is there? Nacho Nook is over here. Nacho Nook is right there. The red and brown over here is another room, which I don't know what to do with. It's another cabin. Over here is my cart, my traveling cart for the carnival spawn. Over here is another special unique experiment build that I did. Here's my other biome animals. Here's a build off I did. Here's a build off I did. There's a build off I did. They're everywhere, I swear. And here's the enchanting station that I sell books at. Not many people come here because you can only come here if you actually find the base, but they're fully stocked and no one buys them. So, well, I guess someone bought some. But they're here. I wanted to add them to Notch Nook, but I don't have room. Here's my museum. And I'll go over the things in the museum really quick. Let's see. Over here we have the even more fishing stuff. We have the guild banners. We have K-pop demon hunters and Scoot's Santa suit. We have more K-pop demon hunters. We have my dragon eggs, which I earned forever ago, legitimately. And here's the April Fool's 2026 stick. Here's the Deep Slate ores. Here's all the banners that I have collected over the years for decoration. Here's the 12 disciples. Here's all my birthday notes and special, like Christmas, Secret Santa, things like that. These are all event things. Like one of these is Ender Air. Yeah, this one's from forever ago, from Elon, I think it was. Bible Books Red, Void Watcher. So if you look at these, there's special enchants on them. Like this one's really cool. Trials Chamber, that was really cool when it was released. Have all that. Fallen Halloween heads. What else is there? These are all special items. These are fortune cookies from MB. This is a bunch of decorations. There's a screaming sheep. Here's all my past bases. This was the first base, Immortal Village. This was the second base, Nacho Island. This was the third base, Nacho Plaza. This was the fourth base, unnamed, and now the fifth base is the one I'm currently at. It's also unnamed. It's the one I'm going to keep upgrading. And in here, we have the banner patterns, the sherds, the disc, and templates, I believe they're called. Yeah, okay. So that's my museum. And then over here, we have my panther. We have a statue of me. We have my crystal farm. We have my player head collection, my gas, my decoration heads that I bought from Hika, Nacho's ATM, Nacho Nook. This is all stuff. If you go over here, these are all animal heads. And upstairs used to be the museum, but I moved everything, so now it's all empty. It used to be full of item frames, but we went through the server and deleted all the extra item frames, so now they're all gone. Because they were empty. Didn't know what to do with them. This is my armory. You can see all the sets of armor that I've collected over the years. Here. This is the newest one, the 2006 America year anniversary. 250th anniversary, and then all these are the latest ones. And then if you go out here, go up here, this is the extra collection that I buy or I store. I usually store 2 of everything. This is all the legendary armor I have for sale. I can't sell the Blood Rogue because it's illegal rarity. Only called illegal because you can't sell it or trade it. Over here I have the Froglight farm and the smelter, and this is where I fish. This is my Nautilus Zombie. This is where I keep all the stuff from even more fishing. This is my old storage area. There wasn't much in here. It's empty right now, but yeah, there used to be some cool stuff. Here's some shovels. You go over here. This is my potion area, potion house. I have all the ingredients and stuff in here, and it's just water bottles in there for now. Here's my animal pens. We got pigs, we got rabbits, we got sheep, and we got cows. I have my guest farm over here. We have the Eevees, or the Umbreons, and the Sniffers, basketball court, tennis court, soccer court, These are my chicken, where you get eggs. Or stables. Piglin farm. And I hid them inside these houses so they look way nicer than they did before. This is my blaze farm. And this is my iron golem farm, or not iron golem. I only have one spawner, so it doesn't spawn very fast, but it's in there, and the entire time it's been here for like 2 years, it's only produced this much. So it's super slow, but it works, and it's there if I need it. Here's a little Christmas area. Go over here. Here's my sniffer farm for pitcher pods and torchflower plants. Here's my auto sugarcane farm. Here's my auto melon farm and pumpkins. Here's my auto honey and honeycomb. Here's the egg farm where I take the eggs and I basically put them over here. I usually only fill up one row because more than one row would be a lot of eggs, but then you just hit this and it breaks them and it produces baby eggs or baby chickens. And it's really cool because then they grow up and you can kill them all for food. Here's a pumpkin build off. It won first place in November of 2022. Here's the fox house. Here's my villager area, which I showed in this video. Here's my farm where I keep all my crops. Here's UA High School, which I was decorating the inside of recently. This is the laundry room, the shower area, the relaxing area, the dining area, and upstairs you get the dorms, which they all look the same, but they're all different colors. And then upstairs there's nothing. I haven't done the classrooms yet, but they will be there soon. This whole building was sitting empty for years, and I finally just, like, within the last month, started to decorate it. But here's Susan, my pet weather. Here's my killer rabbit from, like, 1.16 or something. I don't even know, it was from forever ago. And here's Toast. Here's my bees and my beehive. Here's my Charmander. Here's my blueberry farm. My resin farm. Basically, they spawn, they fall in the hole, and then you hit them, and the resin comes out the bottom. And over here, we have some more stuff, which I don't come over here often, but they're here. Dinosaurs, fox, ship, old library. This is my old house. We got a random turkey. We got me, Aya Kitty Nico, Ice of End, and Muthabeat Rest in Peace. And then we got this Pusheen and a cornucopia and a little turkey and a giant spruce tree, which I forget what it was for, but it was for something. And we got a mob farm, which doesn't have anything in it right now, but it will. So yeah, that's my base. I just wanted to go over it real quick. It took 13 minutes. Pretty big base, but I'm working on it. If you go to Warp Fantasy, this is the build-off for this month, or last month. It only was extended for a couple weeks, and I think there's 1 week left in the extension, so it will be too late to join, I believe, unless you can build in 1 week. But I'm not going to show all the builds because this is the main focus that I wanted to go over is my build, because everyone else, I don't have the permission to show it. But basically, it's an embedded dragon skull and spine, which if you look over here, you can see the spine. It's not a tail, it's a spine. I was trying to make the tail stick out of the ground over here, like where I'm pointing with the crosshair, but it didn't look right because that spine's pointing too far back, or too straight, and it wouldn't turn that way, if it makes sense. Then we got some dead trees, which was Aaron's suggestion, and I think it looks pretty good. And then lava pools, and if you go in here, there's some skulls from Hika. We got dead dragon skull, baby dragon skull, which I thought was pretty cute, and then this one, which is kind of creepy looking. He's here. And then my lava pool, which there's campfires under here for the steam, and I just made little simple decorations. I love tough bricks, so I added those. And these are great for decorating. If you look in the corner, you can see. And then I made a secret little entrance up here. I haven't done anything with it, but there's like a little secret cave up here that comes out into this lava pool. I'm not sure entirely what to do with it, but it's there. And yeah, basically you can enter through the dragon's mouth, or you can enter over here, where I did before. And yeah, that's my fantasy build off. I got some ice at the very top, some grass at the very bottom. I was going to add obsidian, but I'm not entirely sure how that would look. So the obsidian's just around the edge of the lava. So I probably won't get first prize, but I'll get something. Participation prize, hopefully. So yeah, that's my fantasy build off. Let's go ahead and pick some shards to warp the traveler. And once you go in here, you can throw these into the gambling thing, which is basically you just throw one in here and you wait up to 30 seconds and you get a prize. So let's wait. Dark magic. Artemis bow. Did I just throw 2 in there? I might have thrown 2 in there. Great. Do. Ooh, spawner. Enderman spawner, not bad. Dark magic again. Force spawner. And titanium eclipse leggings. Goat horn. Smithing template. Hardened steel shield. Ooh, mithril. That's legendary. That's nice. Get all those enchants. Red dragon scale pants or red dragon scale pants. People say the shirts are hard to find, but as long as you go out into the world where people haven't been and you use the brush on suspicious sand, they're not hard to find. I found a bunch within like 2 hours. Well, it's not spitting anything out. Did I break it? Oh, thank goodness I didn't break it. Netherite chestplate. Blue dragon scale helmet. Blast protection 4. First shield. Sunseeker, uncommon. Salmon spawner. Forest Guardian boots, rare. Sunseeker. Aqua Affinity. Lure 3. White dragon scale boots, and here's the last one. Let's get something good. Yeah, goat horn. Okay, of course it'd be junk. So we got 2 dark magic pickaxes, 2 sunseeker pickaxes, 2 goat horns, sentry smithing template, forest guardian boots, hardened steel sword or shield, white dragon scale leggings, titanium eclipse leggings, cursed shield, blue dragon scale helmet, netherite chestplate, red dragon scale leggings, mithril, which is pretty good, Artemis bow, which is pretty good, 3 enchanted books, and 3 spawners. So that's pretty good. Horse, salmon, and enderman. So yeah, if you go out in the world and you search for a couple hours, you'll find a bunch, and you can just trade them here for some awesome loot. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have an awesome day. I was not sure what to do for this video, so it might seem kind of random, but if you have any ideas, I am currently working on a video for epic builds by the server, and I will come up with more ideas. So thank you guys so much for watching, and goodbye.